Hey guys, Eric Blue Line Fishing. Welcome back to the channel. Your time's important to me. And what we're going to do in today's time is we're going to take a look at this Linnhue Baitcasting reel. This was a reel that was sent to me by amysport.com to take a look at, do a review of, and see what I think. So I'm going to do that, and I'm going to give you guys a closer look at it. And I'm also going to throw some line on it, put it on a rod, go out here to the lake and do some testing with it as far as casting goes. And I will give you guys my honest opinion as always, because we've had some reels on here that have been gems, but we've had some others, if you watch the channel, you know, that have been junk. So I wouldn't recommend anything that I wouldn't fish all the time, whether it be recreational fishing or tournament fishing. So we're going to take a closer look at this reel, see what you guys think. Stick with me. I think you'll enjoy it. All right, guys, let's get into the review and a look at this Linnhue Baitcasting reel. I'll give you all the juicy details on it here. First, for starters, the gear ratio on it, as you can see here, is 6.3 to 1. So it's a medium speed, in my mind, baitcasting reel. On the opposite side, it has, well, let's start, if you're not familiar with baitcasting reels, with the tension spool side here. So the tension spool is something you're going to adjust for your lure weight and get it kind of approximate how you want it set. And then you're going to go over here to this side and you're going to fine tune it right here. And you know, the tension on it, I'm sorry, the magnetic cast control on it goes from minimum to maximum. Looks like 1 to 8 on there. And then on the other side over here, you have the star drag. And the star drag on this one does make an audible click when decreasing it, which is counterclockwise, increasing it, which is clockwise. Okay, so that's kind of the, you know, your basic parts and the basic stats on this reel. Ball bearings on it are supposedly 13 ball bearings, 12 to 1 on it. You know, 12 ball bearings and 1 roller bearing in there. Initial construction on the reel, what I think about it, you know, starting out with the handle, it's got the skeletal handle, takes some weight off, it's got the EVA foam grips, and then it has the baffled spool, and it is a tapered spool, tapered down in the center. But that baffled spool you see on a lot of designs now, just to take some weight off the reel as well. The thumb bar, or the clutch on it, is plastic, and it feels, see if we can hear it. You guys hear that? Jiggling just a little bit. I don't like how that's loose in there. A little bit loose. I don't know if that's going to hold up over the test of time, because actually when I push my thumb up, you guys hear that? It's a little loose. There's a little bit of play in there. I don't like that. And speaking of play, I don't ever want to see any back play on when I stop the handle and turn it backwards. I want the anti-reverse to kick in, because I don't want to lose any fish when I'm setting the hook or even fighting the fish because there's any back play in it, mainly when I'm doing that hook set. There's no back play in this whatsoever, which is a good thing. It does have a ceramic insert line guide, which I like to see. Nice and smooth there. The worm gear on it, you can see the worm gear right down in here. It does look pretty solid, pretty well put together. The foot on it, the real foot that attaches to the rod, is a composite plastic, which, you know, the lion's share of your reels now are that composite plastic. This is a Chinese made reel, you know, and there's so many Chinese companies now that are trying to get into the market, because there's been some that have broken pretty big over the last few years, like Pishy Fun, Cast King, some of the others. But with that being said, you know, most reels are made overseas now, whether it be Japan, Malaysia, some still made in Sweden, and then a lot made in China. Even like, for example, the Shimano reels, you know, the high-end Shimanos are made in Japan, but their second-tier reels, which is the majority of them, are made in Malaysia. So as far as I know, if I'm wrong about that, somebody let me know down in the comments. But once again, you know, the overall feel of this reel, it feels good. The only thing I don't like is, I want you guys to listen when I really speed up this handle turn. You can really hear those bearings in there working. I mean, the handle turns smooth, but you can hear them working. And when you really increase the power on this tension knob, it drastically slows down the rotation on the handle. But you know, the biggest thing on these reels is, you know, we can look at them like this all day, static, if you will. I'm going to put this on a rod, throw some line on it, and we're going to go out here to the lake and see how this thing casts, see how it feels, because I'm not going to recommend anything to you until I've used it really extensively, but at least I could get a little bit of casting in on this, because I've had some lately that were sent to me, like this reel was sent to me by the company for free, just to do a review on, that were, honestly, they were, you know, I put it as gem or junk. They were junk, but I've had a few that were gems, and hopefully this will be one of those. So we're going to take it out to the lake here in just a second, and try that out, do some casting with it. We'll see how that works out. Stick with me. All right, guys, what we're going to do is I'm going to make a few casts with this. I've already been out here casting some, and it's actually got good distance on it. I'm just a little concerned with the, when I'm reeling, it feels just a little, not really stiff. It just feels not as smooth as it could, but I'm going to tell you, so far I'm pretty impressed with the casting distance on it. I spooled it up with some 10 pound P-line, fluorocarbon coated line, and see what we think here. But just a pretty simple cast, not swinging for the fences. A little bit of, I was wanting to start backlashing a little bit, but I've got it set pretty loose. But you can see that's a good probably 110 foot cast, something like that. So overhand cast on it once again. You can see there's no backlash on there. It's a good 110, 115 foot cast. I'm nearly hitting the other side of the lake by just a few feet shy of the bank. Gear ratio on it is 6.3 to 1. What that means is, if you're not familiar with gear ratios, that just means that for every revolution of the handle, that this spool is going to rotate almost 6.5 times. So every revolution is going to rotate about 6 times. So this is a medium reel as far as the speed on it goes, is what I consider. Not a fast reel like when you get into the 8-1 gear ratios, even up to 9, some even faster than that. Now, I bought this reel to throw square bills with, and chatterbaits, things like that, I want to kind of slow the pace down of it. We'll try an underhand cast with it here. You're just underhand casting with it. I mean, I'm still getting good distance, and that's with pretty good whip, so I'm pretty impressed. Okay, guys, so what I was throwing here was just a little 3/8 ounce jig and trailer, just, you know, something that's moderately weighted. The casting distance on it, I'm impressed with. The feel on the reel, it's, you know, on smoothness, I'd give it a 7 out of 10. And as far as the durability goes, I have no idea, because I haven't had it out on the water very much, except for today, actually, to fish with it. But what I'll do is I'll come back and do a part 2 of this after I've had a chance to use it more this spring, and let you guys, you know, a final verdict on this. So far, I'd say for a reel that's under 50 bucks, it is not bad. I mean, it's smooth, feels good in the hand, and I'm not really getting any backlashes, and I'm fishing it pretty loose with the tension knob backed way off and very little turned on here on the magnetic cast control. So with that being said, like I say, I'll come back and do part 2. Hope this helps you out some if you're looking at these type of reels. And remember, until the next video, get out there and fish.